surface area quiz, but also remember you guys have faces, edges, and vertices as part of it. There's a couple review questions in your packet on how many faces, edges, and vertices a figure has. So don't forget about it, please. Also remember the way to check. All right, once you do get the number of faces, edges, and vertices is faces plus vertices minus edges always equals what? Always equals 2. And that's also 2. If you're looking at a figure and you're like, wow, I can find the number of vertices and edges, but I'm a little confused with the number of faces, solve it for F, right? Plug in the number of vertices and edges, and you know it's got to equal 2. So just remember that's the way to check. There are no cross sections in your review, none. So I put together a Delta Math that's up there. I think I put like 10 questions about cross sections. Speaking of cross sections, here's why I need your Chromebook out right now. Do a quick Google search for me. Go, all right, quick Google search. Type in GeoGebra, GeoGebra, cross sections. All right, GeoGebra cross sections. And you want that first website that comes up there that says cross sections, GeoGebra, and then cross sections. I don't know if you guys want, I don't know what do you do? Favorite it, bookmark it, tag it. I don't know what the correct term is. Whatever you do there so you can get it automatically. All right, I would spend maybe 5 or 6 minutes before the test on Monday picking a figure. So let's say you did cones. And just so you know, the only thing you need to fool around with is rotate 1 up here. All right, don't fool around with anything else. I don't know what happens, and I don't know how to get it back to the original. So I just screw around here with rotate 1 from horizontal to vertical, and then you guys will see all the different types of cross sections. For this instance, you get from cones. All right, just familiarize yourself with it. Or if you're doing a Delta Math question, you're like, I'm not too sure what the answer is, go to GeoGebra, pick the figure. So it might be pyramids, pick the figure, rotate the cross sections, and you'll see what type of cross sections you end up with. Okay? So just something to play around with 5 or 6 minutes so you guys understand cross sections again. All right, so bookmark it, favorite it, so you can get instant access to it. Examples up on Delta Math. All right, now let's get to the meat of the quiz. You got 4 figures: prisms, cylinders, pyramids, cones. Okay, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say it's all surface area, but I might ask a couple lateral area questions. And then what do I mean here on number 4? Surface area of mashed up figures. That's how we ended class every day. All right, and I think you have 1 in your packet at the end. All right, 1 in your packet. So I take 2 of the figures, put them on top of each other, find the surface area, but don't count what's covered up, obviously. Don't count what's covered up. The only other thing I want to do with you is just make sure we're aware of what formulas you're going to need to memorize. There's 4. I say there's 2, but there's 4, and I'll tell you why I think there's 2. Cylinder, lateral area, pi, diameter times height. Okay, pi dh. Let's have a real talk here. You guys are above average math students, and some of you guys are pretty clever. You show me throughout the year. I don't think you have to memorize the surface area. I don't. I think it's a waste of your time. Why? If you understand what surface area is, right, it's just my lateral area, which I've already memorized. And then what am I popping on? Cylinder. What am I popping on? 2. How many? Yeah, you don't have to memorize that. 2 circles. If you want to memorize it, fine. I'm just saying, to save yourself some time and frustration, maybe just memorize the lateral area and understand surface area. You're popping on 2 circles. Same thing goes with the cone. Lateral area we went over yesterday was pi RL. All right, that's it. That's all I would remember. Because now for the surface area, what are you popping on? 1 circle now. 1 circle. Anybody saying to themselves, well, Mr. Carlino, you said there was 4 figures and you only gave us formulas for 2. I don't have one, remember, for prisms. You take the bases off and there's rectangles. Find the area of all the rectangles and add them together. Surface area, put the bases back on. Pyramids, ready? Take the base off. Always, I don't care what shape the base is of a pyramid, you take it off, what's always left? Triangles. So 1/2 base times height times how many there are. And then if I ask for surface area, put the base back on. And that's it. There's your quiz. So faces, edges, vertices, cross sections, and then all your surface area stuff. And then one big figure at the end to find the surface area. And just one little really non-quiz. Can you go to number 9 in your review for me? Number 9. You know, whenever I can find a little real life example to relate to what we're doing, why not? Just wanted to show you number 9. I'm not doing the problem with you or going over anything. It deals with the world's largest ice cream cake, and I just want you to know that it does exist, and here you go. There it is. A little Dairy Queen did it. I forget what year, but there it is. All right, world's largest ice cream cake. How about that, kids, huh? Yeah, pretty big, huh? 19 feet by 9 feet, 2 feet deep. There you go. Little Oreo crumbs on there. Anybody think they could devour one little corner there? Or no? I'm not an ice cream cake person. Hate ice cream cake with a passion. Vanilla is the way I go. Vanilla cake, vanilla frosting. Not a chocolate guy either, just vanilla. Anybody else? Cakes? No? You don't eat cake? You've never heard of it before? Okay, great talk as usual. Trying to do some. You can leave immediately. Carrot cake, leave immediately. Carrot cake, no thanks.
Mocha frosting is unlike any.
Like I'm not gonna hate people that like chocolate. Like it's just not for me. I just go strict vanilla.
Specifically.
Or maybe funfetti. There you go, a little funfetti cake. Not bad. Yep, just straight vanilla frosting. None of the strawberry or any of that. No. Anybody chocolate? Nothing else?
Cheesecake.
Okay, I'm not a cheesecake guy, but I can respect that a heck of a lot more than carrot cake.
Peanut butter frosting's pretty bomb.
Is it? They have all like these different kind of frostings nowadays too.
Carrot cake frosting specifically is good, but carrot cake itself is gross.
I'm just.
You like red velvet?
I do it.
Chocolate with red food dye, right?
I would do a red velvet. It's just like I always find that like red velvet is like real dry.
True.
You know, I don't know. I always seem like any time I've had red velvet cake, it's always like dry. No matter like you got to have like loads of frosting on that bad boy to make it decent on the red velvet cake. But yeah, I can do a red velvet. I'll do that. Yep. Nothing else? Cakes? Okay, good talk. All right, here's you're just gonna go get to work right now. Open up Google Classroom, please. Get the answer key open now. That's the other reason why you have your Chromebook. Get the answer key open. I'm gonna give you 5 or 6. If you wanna work with other people, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna give you 5 or 6 minutes to start, and then I'm gonna come around to every single group, sit down with you and say, hey, anybody have any questions or concerns about anything? Okay, so expect me to pay a visit to each group here in about 5 or 6 minutes. I'll let you guys get going though.